Hi YouTube. Um, this is day 14. I just came back from Riverside. Now I'm back in Santa Cruz. Took a flight. Had to travel basically all day. And yeah, while I was on my flight, I'm trying to develop better habits. So I finished this book by David Goggins. It's his second book. I read his first book. I think I'm gonna do like a full in-depth book review, but I'm just gonna read a couple pages from this book that I really enjoyed and that I kind of want to share to the world. Um, for all of you who don't know who this man is, I mean, he's all over the internet, but David Goggins is honestly a very inspiring person to me. He helped me run my first ever triathlon, and he's gonna help me push through the events that I'm going through in my life. And a little bit about David Goggins. David Goggins was a 300-pound man at 24, and he was very overweight, very unhappy with his life. He left the Air Force, and after leaving the Air Force, he just became really chunky, and he got really overweight, and he hated his life. He was a cockroach sprayer, and he was working at nighttime spraying cockroaches, and he hated his life. I mean, he was 297 pounds, and he went home after spraying cockroaches one day, and he saw this trailer playing for the Navy SEALs. And the Navy SEALs, they were doing BUDS training, basic underwater demolition, you know. So he was watching these like people roll around on the beach, and he's like, man, I want to be a SEAL. So he went to all these different places, and all these people like rejected him, but there was one man who accepted him and said, well, you have basically 3 months if you want to become a Navy SEAL. And so he lost 106 pounds in like less than 3 months, and he had a score of 50 on the ASVAB in this particular section, the mechanical section. And if he didn't get a 50, then he wouldn't become a SEAL. And he went from this person that had really low confidence and really had not accomplished a lot of things, and had a bunch of learning disabilities because of his rough childhood, and he turned it around. And the way he turned it around was he created this persona called Goggins. Goggins is his last name, but David was like this person that was weak, that let other people's opinions affect them, and you know, kind of just was a soft person. And he created this person, this almost persona in his head, where he wanted to do more, and he just was tired of other people letting him affect him. So anyways, I'm gonna get my favorite chapter out of this book was evolution number 6. He breaks them down as evolutions. I think it's evolution number 6, yeah. Oh no, it was evolution. Sorry, not evolution number 6. Yeah, evolution number 6. This was my favorite chapter, and I'm just going to read the beginning of the chapter and the end of the chapter. Small minds and weak people kill big dreams. You might have clear goals and be working on yourself every day, but if you have the wrong folks around you, there's a good chance that they could be sucking the life right out of you and making sure you go nowhere. So I wrote down, do I have the right people around me? Do you have the right people around you that are going to push you to be better? When I select my crew, I'm not looking for elite runners to pace me. I look for individuals with a foxhole mentality. They had been with me all day and knew I was feeling better. And most importantly, they know who I am. When I knocked at the doors at 4 in the morning, they were damn near packed for their trail already. In military speak, what is a foxhole? The foxhole is a fighting position. It's your inner circle. These are the people you surround yourself with. They know your history and are aware of your future goals and past limitations. But because it's a fighting position, a foxhole can easily become your grave. Therefore, it's crucial that you be careful about who you invite in. Whether you're at a war, competing in a game, or striving in life, you never want someone in your foxhole who lacks faith in or will try to steer you away from your full potential by giving you permission to pack it in or wave the white flag when stuff looks bleak. You want a husband or wife who, when you snooze that alarm on a freezing midwinter morning before dawn, shakes you awake so you don't miss your training run. In order to populate your foxhole with the right people, you must know who you are as an individual. That means shaking off old belief systems, creaky concepts of the world, and your place in it that no longer serve you, and the habits and lifestyle that you've outgrown. Any ideas or interests that were impressed upon you by others, whether they be your family, peers, culture, must be examined consciously so you can see through all of them and discover your own unique individuality. For most people, this is a slow, organic process that can take years, if it happens at all. But if you bring intentionality to it, individuation can be accelerated. Once you figure out who you are, the world will start delivering care packages filled with opportunities that fill your request. I'm going to skip to the end of the chapter. Most people can't... here we go, this is the end of the chapter. Fast forward years, Kish is most definitely a foxhole qualified. She's his wife. Now she's the one who blocks off the fire season entirely and turns down every speaking inquiry that comes in for months without even asking me, because she understands who I am and what I am about. She knows what my priorities are and fully supports them without question. She admires that I'm fulfilled by doing the things that most people shy away from, and that the lure of money and fame do absolutely nothing for me but leave me feeling empty. She wants me to find my very best. I'm wired the same way. When Kish confided in me that she wanted to run a sub 325 marathon, I helped her train and strategize, and she accomplished her goal with a time of 3:21 in Philadelphia. When she mentioned the possibility of applying to law school, she received a package of LSAT books at the door the very next day. Don't ever tell me you want to run a marathon, because I will sign you up for a race, monitor your daily training, and run that with you. If you tell me you want to be a doctor, I'll be the person that enrolls you in med school while you're sleeping, and you'll wake up to a class first thing in the morning. Most people can't handle that type of level of intensity, but that's the kind of backing I want. The type that comes with an expectation of effort, demands hours, weeks, and even years of hard work. Because that's exactly what it takes to fulfill lofty, ambitious, and more important, that find out what you are truly capable of. Really good. And I really reside that chapter with me because it just kind of made me reflect on who is in my foxhole and who is not in my foxhole. And I have a personal list of people that I think are in my foxhole, like my aunt, my uncle, and my mom, and my grandma, who really support me, and they support what I do. When I tell them I want to do YouTube, and they don't bat an eye, they go, "Oh, you can do it, son." They have questions, they may not know how it works, but they support me, and they support my journey. And there's people in my life that aren't in my foxhole that try to kind of sabotage you and will go against you and go against your goals. And some of it's my own family members, I'm not going to call any of them out, but I've had family members that have steered me in the wrong path and have really, taken money from me, taken away time, put me in danger, and have really hurt me, So just because someone is related to you doesn't mean that they're in your foxhole and that they can end up hurting you. So that's kind of my life lesson I learned today, is you just have to surround yourself with the people that can hold you accountable and that can see your future and hold you accountable to your goals. And if you surround yourself with individuals who don't like themselves or they don't aspire to help you, then don't be around them, even if it's your own friends and families. So I would highly recommend this book. Read this book. The first one's a little bit better, but this one is just as good, in my opinion. I mean, it's all opinions, but read this book if you're feeling down. Thank you guys for watching. Day 14, 2 weeks in. Please like and subscribe. Thank y'all. Have a good night.